Hey guys, Coop here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about paracord jigs. Okay, now I'm not the inventor of all these. Okay, I didn't come up with the concept. I found it on YouTube just like everybody else. I did some research and took ideas from here and there and took those ideas and came up with my own twists and little turns on how to make these things. And they're fairly simple, and anybody that makes these, you know, they'll find out that you'll do things your way, you'll make things your way, but the concept is always going to be the same no matter who's making a jig and how it's made. If I could give credit to the people that first invented them, I would, but I don't know who they are. There are so many of these videos out there that it's unbelievable the amount of knowledge you can find on these jigs. Now this particular one here I made for one of our people in the military, this collapsible one. Now the basic principle I found on YouTube, but I've modified it so it can be collapsed and carried in a small pack. And you know, I haven't seen it anywhere online or anywhere on the YouTube or internet, anywhere where they have them in a collapsible form. And you know, I don't mind. I put these videos up out there for you guys to get ideas. And if you choose to make one of these, you know, more power to you. If you choose to buy one, you know, I sell them every now and then. People that want to buy them ask me. I don't do it for a living, but if you don't have the tools or the equipment or the time to make them, I'll be more than happy to shoot you a price. Just ask. And now this is one of the little bit more complicated jigs to make, because it actually is made out of one solid piece of wood that was cut, and you have to get the hole down the middle for your slide. But it's not that hard to make, but it's a little bit tedious, especially if you're not used to working with hand tools. And I came up with this jig here not too long ago. I've been working on this, and every time I make one of these jigs, I try something new, trying to improve it and make it easier for people to make. And that's one of these little jigs. It's what I call the common man jig. Okay, you can have all this wood cut at Home Depot or Lowe's. All you have to do is take your measurements in, and the guys will cut this wood for you if you don't have any tools to do the job. And that's why I call it the common man's jig. And if you guys want to learn how to make one of these, I have a video up that'll show you. But this is probably the easiest jig there is that I have out there to make. And it's just wood glue, and if you want to use screws to hold it together, you can, but you don't have to. You can just use ordinary Elmer's wood glue to hold this whole thing together. And you know, now this jig, the principle behind it is similar to a lot of the jigs out there, but then again, it's made out of not one piece of wood. It's made out of 4 pieces of wood, and then of course you've got your butt plate, your head plate, and then you've got your slide in the center. But I just wanted to talk about these jigs that my imagination, whenever I'm making these, I'm constantly thinking how to improve them to make them easier for people to make. You know, because there are a lot of kids out there that might not know how to use a skill saw or a jigsaw, you know, and their parents might not have the tools available for them to use it. So with this particular jig here, basically all you have to have is a screwdriver. I mean, you can have all the wood cut where you buy it, and the wood to make this, the actual wood itself, is less than $1.50 for the wood. And some of the accessories that I use on these jigs would be these little pins, and they're what I call lanyard pins, key fob pins, zipper pull pins, and they come in real handy because, as you can see at the top here, I have these holes drilled. You just take the pin and insert it into the hole, put one on top, and you have another one down on your slide, and you can move your slide wherever you need it to go. And this is what you use to hold your work, so you're not holding it in your hands. And I have videos up, you know, every now and then showing how I use these pins, and it's a really good addition. I haven't seen anybody use pins in any of their jigs. So if you guys, you know, decide to make your own jig, feel free to use any of the designs that I put out there. And that's the reason I put them out there, is for people to learn and do the stuff themselves. So with all that being said, my friends, I'd just like to thank everybody that takes the time to watch my videos. Without you guys, you know, there would be no Mr. Coop. And I'd just like to say thank you. And pretty much old Coop's gonna say, Coop out.